Okay, so we have at the end of lab, for the end of the semester in lab, you're going to be making a presentation about how to do a lab technique. And so we have a new folder that's here. You're probably inside the folder already. We have a new folder with information about that lab technique. And so, or the presentation you need to give. And so there's a little bit of a document here, or a little bit of a description that, this formatting so hard, that you're going to be giving a presentation about how to do a lab technique. And importantly, it's not due until the end of April. It's not due until the end of April. And for the start of April, by April 10th, I just want you to have made some choices about what you're going to do for the presentation. There's going to be a lot of freedom or choices for you to make about what kind of presentation you want to do. You're going to be able to choose a topic from a list, and you're going to be able to choose the format. You can either make a video or you can do an in-person presentation. It's up to you, whatever it is that you want to do. And so the presentation again is not due until into April, the end of April. But I just want to make sure before that you have an idea. You do have to make choices, and I want to make sure you make some of those choices. You've made some of those choices. So we have a document that's our lab presentation overview. Here, let me see, gotta get it. Okay, and it's just kind of discussions up to the what and the why. And so the point here is that you are describing how to do a lab technique, right? How to do Beer's Law, how to use the Chatelier's principle, something we've done, titrations, right? Things that we've done. And you just need to make a presentation that includes some sort of visual that you create, right? You can just make a PowerPoint and narrate that. Or present that. You can draw stuff. You can make a poster. You can do animations. You can do little figurines. You can do a demonstration of the technique. You can do whatever you want. The only thing that's not available or not allowed is you just to talk. You have to have some sort of component. Even if you're making a video, it can't just be you talking in that video. Your face does not have to appear. If you want to just narrate a PowerPoint, that's totally fine. I'm totally on board with that. If you want to just do some drawings and talk over it, that's cool too. If you want your face to appear, that's fine as well. It really is up to you what kind of presentation you want to make. I used to give a lot of guidance as to what I wanted presentations to look like, and they were all very boring. I have since found that if I let students choose what their presentation looks like, they're a lot less boring, and it's a lot easier to grade, 30, 40, 50 presentations, because I do this for all my classes. It's a lot easier to grade all of them if, they're not super boring. So you need to pick your topic. You scroll down here, you can see the topic list. So these are all largely things that we did this semester, not necessarily entirely all of them, but we used Beer's Law in an implied way, and Chatelier's principle and stuff and full P-change. So we kind of did those things, but these are all things you could have seen or are related to labs that we did this semester. So you can just need to pick one of these, and it does need to be one of these topics. You can't just talk about any lab technique. It needs to be one and only one of these lab techniques. So you need to make that choice, what topic you're going to present about. And then you need to pick your format. If you're going to make a video, that's fine. You can just tell me I'm going to make a video. If you want to do it in person, we've got some times here to do it on the week of April 20th, so we can either do it Monday, April 20th, or we can do it Wednesday. This is during lab time right here, so we actually won't have a lab that day, because it'll just be time set aside for the lab technique presentations. So if you want to come in and do a presentation in that time, I'll be available. So again, you just pick a topic, and then you pick a format. If you make a video, you're done. If you're doing it on campus, you just need to pick a couple of times and submit them in the questionnaire. If you scroll down, there's a rubric. I encourage you to look at this rubric. I will be grading your presentation using this. These are the questions I will be asking about your presentation. So you want to make sure those questions are answered in your presentation. These are the things that I am looking for: references, applications. Does the presentation, delivered clearly and has a coherent flow? How could you tell the experiment was successful or the technique was successful, right? Those sorts of things. I'm going to ask those questions when I'm trying to make or grade your video. And so then finally, we've got some resources. If you're trying to make videos and you want to share your videos, you're going to email the video to me, so it can take some doing to email something so large. We have redundant versions. This is just the topics. This is just the presentation, in-person presentation schedule. This is just the rubric if you want to see those. So all that information is in there. And again, this lab technique presentation questionnaire, this is just a little assignment on Blackboard where you will just submit your blanket on the word, your choices for your topic, and if you're going to present, how you're going to present, and if you're going to present on campus. If I start the attempt, so you just pick which topic you're going to present about, and then if you make a video or record on campus, and if you're going to do it on campus, you just need to pick times. So I already put all the times in there, just pick like 5 of them. And again, this Wednesday, April 22nd, those are on, this is during the lab time. So that time you're guaranteed to be available, and I'm guaranteed to be there in the lab room. Yeah, if you have any questions about the lab technique presentation, let me know. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.